We are live. Fucking A. Hello. Welcome. I am here. This isn't a Bengals game, but I skipped Thursday because I had some Thanksgiving obligations. I had family stuff. I had friend stuff. And now we are here. We are doing play-by-play for Shedeur Sanders' first home start for the Cleveland Browns. They are playing the San Francisco 49ers. I know it says Cincinnati Bengals. I like to think I do an okay job of being unbiased. So, but yeah, we're going to have fun. I'm not going to be a dick. You can say hello in the chat if you want to. I see there's about 7 people watching. I remember there was the Hawk Tua girl, Haley Welch, had a live stream with 9 people. So we are 2 people short of being as famous as Haley Welch. So, we are here. It is the San Francisco 49ers at the Cleveland Browns. Shedeur Sanders is starting today for the Cleveland Browns. They look, Lucian, hello. They are giving Shedeur Sanders an extended look as a starter. I think that he had a fine game last week. Granted, beat a not great defense, but I think right now he's got some more obstacles. There's some more tape on him. Robert Saleh is very prepared for him. He's a lot more prepared for Shedeur Sanders. He knows that he could be a downfield threat, and Saleh's a good defensive coordinator. He was quite the sounded out tubes. He was quite the scapegoat in New York. But we're here. We're going to do a lot of live score updates. Just anything regarding the matter. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm going to do play-by-play. It's just Lucian at this point. But I'm going to hopefully clip some things up. We're going to have some fun. And we are ready for week 13 of the NFL. I missed my week in review last week, which sucks, but I plan on doing it this week. Last week was kind of an off week for your boy, but we are ready. The temperature in Cleveland is 37 degrees. Wind is 27 to 51 miles per hour. My goodness. That is going to be incredible. Bengals takeaways. Joe Burrow is back. Jordan Love did really well. I should have believed in Christian Watson a lot more than I did. Let's see. Injury reports for this game. I believe there aren't really any major updates. Let's see. 49ers inactives. Eddie Pinheiro is out, so they got Matt Gay kicking. No major names for the 49ers. Inactives for the Browns. Zach Zinter, Jamari Thrash, nothing crazy. But as the kickoff goes away, the 49ers do get the ball, and Brock Purdy will start. Brock Purdy, second highest all-time completion percentage in first 40 starts. First, of course, is number 9, Joe Shiesty, Joe Burrow. Purdy under center. McCaffrey in the backfield, Kyle Scrabble in motion. He fakes to McCaffrey, fires deep to the right, caught by Kyle Scrabble to the 48-yard line. Nice play by Kyle Scrabble himself, Kyle Juszczyk. I want that nickname to catch on so bad. But gosh, what a play by Brock Purdy. He is super back. He got roughed up a little bit by Myles Garrett in the backfield. But here we go. Juszczyk in motion. fakes to McCaffrey. Purdy rolls out to the right. He's being chased. He throws it out of bounds to the right sideline. It'll be 2nd and 10 with 14:12 remaining. Yeah, seriously. He had, 3 picks on Monday? Not the best performance, especially in the first half. But it's a weird weather day. Use check in motion. Purdy under center. He fakes to McCaffrey. He drops back to pass, being chased by Myles Garrett. Checks it down to McCaffrey, and McCaffrey gets about a yard on the play. It'll be 3rd and 9. I don't think anything has happened in the NFL as of now. But solid play nonetheless by the Browns defense, who's absolutely 100% legit. Let's see. No action quite yet. I'm high on Jacoby Brissett today. But Purdy in shotgun. He's got McCaffrey to his right. Purdy takes the snap. He drops back. He's facing pressure. Checks it down, incomplete in the direction of George Kittle. And it'll be 4th down, 49ers. And on will come the punt unit. And then Shedeur Sanders. I'm interested to see how he does today because now there's going to be some tape on him. Defenses are more prepared for him because, Shedeur's fan base is kind of going through the honeymoon phase of, oh my God, this guy's the future. Just after one game. I think it's a bit much, which, of course, their fans might see me with a pillowcase over my head as the 49ers punted away. Received and fair caught at about the 12-yard line. Nice punt by Morstead. With 13:12 remaining, no score. And on comes Shedeur Sanders. But first, commercial break. Let's see what we got yardage-wise. They are driving to Bijan Robinson, 3 rushes for 21 yards. The Rams are in the red zone already. Colby Parkinson has 11 receiving yards. Puka Nacua has 10. And Kyron Williams has 3 rushing yards. Let's see. The Bucs are driving a little bit. Baker started off. Chris Godwin with a 25-yard reception. There we go. We need him back. But it was the Raiders, yeah. So, I started to write my thing last week. The Raiders had the absolute worst week they could have possibly had. Because, Max Crosby and Landon Roberts got in a sideline little, shouting match. Geno Smith, fucking flipped off the crowd. And they fired Chip Kelly, which, by the way, the Bengals are the kind of team that would make Chip Kelly a head coach again. And I don't love that. And I'm nervous, but we're going to figure it out. All right. So, it's just another commercial with Shabuzi. Damn it. I'm trying to find a depth chart. Yeah, I heard they kind of weren't on the same page with play calls, and it was just a mess. They just threw together a staff, and it was just people we've heard of. That's how the Raiders operate. They operate as if a comment section was their GM. It's I've heard of this guy before. Let's sign Chip Kelly. Let's sign Pete Carroll. Let's get Geno Smith. And I was absolutely wrong preseason about Geno Smith being good. He has been arguably one of the worst quarterbacks in the league. It's been absolutely brutal. Which, by the way, this is my hat. A pleasure to have in class. And we are back. Shedeur Sanders is on the 13-yard line. David Njoku in motion. Shedeur fakes the handoff, Rolls to his right. It's complete to Jerry Jeudy. About a 6-yard completion. And it'll be 2nd and 4. Cleveland Browns. Brought out of bounds by Emmanuel Lenore. Did Jeudy have control? Yeah, it looks like he had control. It'll be 2nd and 3, my bad, on the 20-yard line. Shedeur under center. Audibling the play. Harold Fannin in motion. Shedeur under center. He hands it off. It's to Judkins. He's got a little bit of daylight. He gets the first down, about 6 or 7 yards on the play. Nice little run by Quinshon Judkins there. And it'll be 1st and 10, Cleveland Browns. It'll be interesting to see how Shedeur kind of operates with the fact that this defense knows him a little better than the Raiders did last week, and with the weather conditions, which everyone is all bundled up on the play. Shedeur, in the stadium. Shedeur does the draw play, hands it off to Judkins. Judkins gets about 2.5, maybe 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 7. It'll be 2nd and 8, my bad. Elsewhere in the NFL, the Dolphins have scored. Devon Achane with the touchdown. I needed him today. All right. 2nd and 8. Ball on the 28.5-yard line. Dylan Sampson in motion. Shedeur drops back to pass. Checks it down. It's complete to Quinshon Judkins, who's looking for some room. Gets about 4 or 5 on the play. It'll be about 3rd and 3. 3rd and 5. Holy shit, I was way off. Vanilla sweet cream cold brew. It slaps. That's how Shedeur can thrive in this game. I trust him way more to throw a deep ball than Gabriel. Easily. But with this weather, I don't trust anyone's deep ball. Shedeur is in shotgun, got Quinshon Judkins to his left. He drops back to pass. He's looking, fires deep downfield, overthrew Jerry Jeudy, incomplete. It'll be 4th and 5. He had Jeudy open. Oh, man. Again, Sanders can get the ball down the field. I don't hate him. I'm not wearing a pillowcase over my head. But he overthrew Jerry Jeudy. If he had hit, and not by much either, if Shedeur had hit Jerry Jeudy, that very much could have been 6. If he had just thrown it just a little bit softer, as Corey Bajorquez lines up to punt. The snap is good. The punt is good. Brings him back to about the 19-yard line. He's looking to find some room. He's got some daylight. Oh, boy. He's going. Got the punter to beat. The 30, 25, 20, 15. Brought down at the 15-yard line in Cleveland Browns territory. Excellent punt return by Sky Moore. Nice play. That's how he did what a good running back does. He was patient. He looked for a lane and he found it and he ran it all the way to the the Browns 15-yard line. But wait, there's more. That's right, Sky Moore. A 66-yard punt return by Sky Moore. All the way to the 16-yard line. Brock Purdy under center. Kyle Scrabble in motion. Pitches it to McCaffrey to the right. He's looking for room, and he gets about 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8 on the 14-yard line. Let's see what else we got going on today. Rams have scored. Devontae Adams with the tutty. All right, Purdy in shotgun. McCaffrey to his right, Kittle in motion. Pitches it to the right to McCaffrey. McCaffrey's going to look to throw. He throws it out of bounds. What a wasted trick play call. Listen, we like Christian McCaffrey throwing, but that was your one chance. It's like you practice it all week and it's just a botched trick play. We like when McCaffrey throws. Oh, and he threw it to I think he was aiming for the camera guy. All right, 3rd and 8 on the Cleveland 14-yard line. Purdy drops back to pass, fires over the middle. Caught! It's McCaffrey. He is brought down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, 49ers. See, it looks like the Titans are driving. They have it on the 17-yard line. Cam Ward has been great. Chico Conquo has 22 yards. And Tony Pollard, 3 for 36. All right, 1st and goal on the 2-yard line. 9:07 remaining. They're stacking the box. Purdy drops back, fires it to the end zone, overthrew his target. I'm not privy on all the 49ers players yet. Is that Tongas? Whoever it is, he overthrew him. Again, need to be more privy on the... Yep, he overthrew Jake Tongas. And looks like Sauce Gardner is questionable to return. Purdy under center. McCaffrey in the backfield. Hands it to McCaffrey. He's fighting, and he won't get to the end zone. 3rd and goal, San Francisco. Decent defensive stand right now by the Cleveland Browns. I have also heard from a valuable source that Jawan Jennings' nutsack has properly recovered. All right. Purdy and shotgun. They're changing the play at the line of scrimmage. 4 on the play clock. McCaffrey to his left, Juszczyk to his right. McCaffrey in motion. I don't think they're going to get it off in time. Purdy calls a timeout. Nice play by the Browns. Oh, Luke Farrell, who he intended it for. Whoopsie daisy. And I hit my microphone. Live streaming is super fun. Come on, Daddy. There we go. All right, yeah. The Browns have a hell of a defense this year. 49ers could have been better, but they're banged up as hell. 8:15 to go. Ball is on the 2-yard line. Actually, on the 1.5-yard line. He hands it off to McCaffrey. He's running. Did he get there? He got there. Touchdown, Christian McCaffrey. It is 6-0 49ers pending the PAT. Heavily aided by the 66-yard punt return by Sky Moore. Solid play there. Who else has scored? The Panthers have scored. Chuba Hubbard caught a 35-yard pass from Bryce Young. It is 7-7. And the PAT is good. And the score now stands. San Francisco, 7. Green Bay, 0. All right. Trying to make a present-day roster for every team. Currently in the wide receiver room for the Packers. So, like, the Packers wide receiver room, again, they've tried to make it a bunch of they've tried to find their alpha. They just haven't. Golden's been inconsistent. Jaden Reed needs to come back anytime soon. Please, pretty fucking please. I picked him up, and Pat Gustafson never let me hear the end of it. I guess because I picked him up too early and I didn't need to fix my team right away. Either way, solid play. But a good drive by San Francisco. I'm going to look up the Browns roster so I have their numbers on hand. There we go. Oh yeah, Christian Watson could be the alpha of that room, but he's Will Fuller the fifth. He's a good deep threat, but he gets hurt all the time. And again, I don't like calling football players injury prone. Except the Titans have a field goal. I don't like calling football players injury prone because they just spend their entire careers getting chased by 265-pound dudes with no body fat whatsoever. And that's not fair to them. All right, so you have Legend Bowl currently, there we go. Currently going through all the rosters to make a present day roster for every team. That's pretty cool. Yeah, seriously. But elsewhere, the Texans have a field goal. CJ Stroud, decent game. Clayton Tune, Arizona Cardinals legend. Scores. Cardinals Bucks 0-0. Jacoby Brissett's thrown a pick. Bam Knight has 31 receiving yards. Trey McBride has 17 receiving yards. And MHJ has 25 receiving yards. Rams and Panthers are tied 7 apiece. Falcons and Jets are scoreless. Taylor, Tyrod Taylor has 21 passing yards, both of which were to Mason Taylor. As Donovan McMillan returns it to the 30-yard line. Oh, what a play by Chuba Hubbard. They're playing the replay right now, and goddamn. All right, the Browns have the ball on the 30-yard line. Shedeur Sanders is under center with Quinshon Judkins in the backfield. He hands it off to Judkins. He's running to his right. He's still up, and he gets about 6 on the play. Brought down by Malik Mustafa. So it'll be 2nd and 3. Got about 7 on the play. Yeah, the Browns draft class was absolutely impeccable. We're talking about Mason Graham, Carson Schwessinger, Harold Fannin, Judkins, Sanders and shotgun. Fakes the handoff to Judkins. Checks it down. It's complete to Judkins, who's got a little bit of room. He's still going. Gets to the 50-yard line. Good check down by Shedeur Sanders there. Shedeur is just, they're going to hate this. His fan base is going to hate this. Shedeur looks like a good game manager. He's checking it down. He's not trying to overwhelm people. He's just being a game manager. Harold Fannin in motion, 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff to Judkins. He checks it out. He fires over the middle. Caught. It'll be about 9 on the play. Completed it 2. And here's a name for you. Gage Larvadian. Might have been Harold Fannin, actually. I'm not sure. But either way, it'll be 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line. Shedeur in shotgun. Shedeur is changing the play at the line of scrimmage. 40-yard line. Shedeur takes the snap, hands it off to Judkins, who's looking for some room. Not going to get much. Gets about 1 on the play. Gets about 2 on the play. I'm always wrong with that shit. I need to know when Nickelodeon's going to have their game, because the idea I keep floating around in my head is Nickelodeon. I'm going to call the Nickelodeon game, but do a really explicit version. That'll be fun. Oh, wow. All right. Shedeur takes the snap. He's on the 38. He's looking. He drops back. He checks it down to his right. Overthrew Harold Fannin. Incomplete. In the direction of Harold Fannin. Defended on the play by Upton Stout. Solid play there. Robert Saleh's got his game face on. It's 3rd and 8, ball on the 38-yard line of San Francisco. Jamari Thrash in motion. Shedeur drops back to pass, checks it down. It's complete. Is he going to get the first? He got the first. To University of Cincinnati legend, Jerome Ford. Shedeur has to rely on those checkdowns, but brought down on the play by Malik Mustafa. It'll be 1st and 10 Cleveland Browns. Ball on about the 29-yard line. I formation. Cedric Tillman in motion. Shedeur is under center. He drops back, hands it off to Quinshon Judkins up the middle. He's fighting for some yardage. Not going to get much. He got about 4.5 on the play. Brought down at about the 29-yard or the 25-yard line. The Browns offense is looking efficient so far, but nothing too crazy. They're not like overwhelming you. I don't think either offense is going to be overwhelming today, given the weather conditions. All right, Shedeur in shotgun. Draw play to Judkins. Hands it off. Quinshon's looking for some room. Gets about 3 on the play. Brought down at the 22-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 2. 3rd and 3. Whoops. So it'll be 3rd and 3. 3:54 remaining in the first quarter. San Francisco is up 7-0. Anyone else scored? The Jags have scored. Jacoby Myers with a 3-yard touchdown from Trevor Lawrence. All right, Shedeur hands it off to Judkins. Is he going to get there? He may have been just short. He gets to about the 29-yard or the 20-yard line. It'll be 4th and short. Is this go for it territory? Given the weather conditions, it might be go for it territory. They are going for it. The Browns are 11 for 21 this season on 4th down conversions. Shedeur is under center. I think they're going to QB rush it. No, they don't. He gets it to Judkins, and he is brought down in the backfield. It is a turnover on downs. And San Francisco was ready for that one. Swarmed in the backfield. Oh, man. So the positive of that, they brought the ball down the field, and that's okay. But it'll be a turnover on downs. San Francisco ball. Shedeur's looked all right so far. He's not overwhelming anybody. He's not trying to do too much, but he looks okay. And we like Shedeur Sanders. I think his fans are a little much, but we like Shedeur Sanders. So far, it is 7-0 Cleveland Browns over. 49ers over the Cleveland Browns. Let's see what is happening. I keep getting some Twitter updates. Dick Bruises is questionable to return with a foot injury. That's no fun. But Let's see. Nothing going on as of yet in Jersey. Saints are losing 7-0 to the Miami Dolphins. Nick Chubb time. Yeah. I don't see why not. Texans are up 3-0 on the Indianapolis Colts. Daniel Jones has 2 passing yards, and they are both to Jonathan Taylor. Elsewhere, Rams and Panthers are still tied 7 apiece. Matthew Stafford is 7 of 10, but he's also thrown a touchdown and a pick. Jags are up 7-3 on the Titans. Jacoby Myers with 53 receiving yards. So far, Shedeur is 5 of 7 for 44 yards. Quinshon Judkins has 8 rushes for 26 yards. Purdy under center, I formation. Ball on the 21-yard line. Kittle in motion. He pitches it to the left. It's Brian Robinson Jr. who is brought down in the backfield. I believe that was Shelby Harris on the play. So yeah, we know Jacoby Myers scored. That was a while ago. Solid play. So it'll be 2nd and 11. All right. Draw play. It's Brian Robinson. He gets about 3 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 8. Brought down, I believe, by Myles Garrett. It'll be 3rd and 9. So we'll see how everything turns out. Carson Schlesinger might be rookie of the year might be the defensive rookie of the year. All right. 3rd and 9. Ball on the 22-yard line. Brock Purdy in shotgun. George Kittle in motion left to right. Purdy drops back. He's looking. Fires it over deep to the left. And was it caught? Did Kendrick Bourne catch it? He caught it, but he was out of bounds. It'll be 4th and 9 for San Francisco. Kendrick Bourne caught it, but he was out of bounds on the... Yep, wasn't even close to getting both feet down. So it'll be 4th and 9. Just good pass defense. You can't throw that ball any better. But as the 49ers punt it away, it is kind of a short punt taken by... Oh, he fumbled the punt return. And who's got it? The Browns have come away with the ball. It was a brief scare, but good forced fumble. But that's okay. So, scores elsewhere. 0 watching. 0. Let's see. Elsewhere, nothing's really changed. Adonai Mitchell has 2 receptions for 18 yards. Saints and Dolphins pretty unchanged as of now. Jags and Titans. Trevor Lawrence is 4 for 5 for 90 yards and a tutty. Cam Ward's having himself an okay game. Rams and Panthers still tied at 7 apiece. And the Cardinals and Bucks still scoreless. I'm going to pretend that 0 number doesn't exist, but it is time for, I guess, some Christmas commercials because it's Cyber Monday. We got Christmas coming up. Tell me what you guys want in the chat for Christmas. I'm not going to buy you any Christmas presents. I'm a good boy. I just want shit for Christmas. I'm a child, I think. Ignore these gray hairs. Yeah, ignore this. I'm a child. It is Nick Chubb time. How is Chubb doing? We'll see. He's got 1 rush for 2 yards. It's mostly CJ Stroud throwing the ball because the Colts have a really below average pass defense. So I trust Stroud more than anything to throw the ball. I'm not super trusting on Nick Chubb right now. But Falcons and Jets have reached the end of the first quarter. Let's see. Kirk Cousins hadn't done anything. Tyrod Taylor hasn't done anything. Just pretty standard going-ons right now. Nothing too crazy. Afternoon games. What's on the docket for the late? What's on the late slate? Vikings at Seahawks. That's going to be the Max Brosmer sucks game. Let's see. Raiders at Chargers. That's going to be the Geno Smith is going to suck game. Bills at Steelers. It's going to be the Josh Allen's running for his life because his tackles are out. Shedeur hands it off. It's to Dylan Sampson, who is brought down in the backfield. Brought down by Western Kentucky legend Upton Stout. So it'll be 2nd and 11. Ethan Posick is questionable to return with a leg injury. Not fun. So it'll be 2nd and 11. Just under a minute to go here in the first quarter in Cleveland, Ohio. Shedeur in shotgun. He drops back to pass. He checks. He throws it. It's a wobbly pass. It is caught. That was a wobbly throw. Complete to Isaiah Bond. First down, Cleveland Browns. That was a wobbly throw. He was hit as he threw. Shedeur's arm was hit as he threw. But that didn't matter because that somehow made it work for Shedeur. So, Cedric Tillman in motion. 1st and 10, ball at the 45-yard line of San Francisco. Dylan Sampson running up the middle. He's fighting for some extra yardage. Gets about 9 on the play. And that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. The score is San Francisco 7, Cleveland Browns nothing. The Panthers have scored another touchdown. Matthew Stafford has thrown a pick 6. An absolutely devastating update. Oh, man. Matthew Stafford has thrown a pick 6 to Mike Jackson. That is a brutal, devastating update. But, so, end of the first quarter, scores around the league. Jags are up 7-3 on the Tennessee Titans. Texans are up 3-0 on the Colts. Dolphins 7-0 over the New Orleans Saints. Falcons and Jets are scoreless still, as are the Cardinals and Bucks. And the Panthers are up 14-7 on the LA Rams. Let's see how some fantasy teams are doing. New Breeds commercial. Let's see how we are doing here in some leagues where I need to win. Man, AJ Brown's had a hell of a game on Friday. But I digress. So, that's kind of all we got going on. The Jags have scored another touchdown. Brenton Strange, 21-yard reception from T-Law. Man, what a development. Trevor Lawrence is having a good game. And he needed this game too. He really did, man. So I got a FanDuel team. We're in the winnings. You got your coat. We got $30. Come on. Come on. Focus. Devin Neal has 2 carries for zilch. Let's see how we're doing here. Yep. We're doing okay. But let's hope Devin Neal gets some carries. Devin Neal has 2 carries for -1 yards. Yay. So, as Judkins gets the first down as we begin the second quarter here in Cleveland, Ohio. Let's see Stafford's pick 6. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's just a good defensive play. Pass was intended for Puka. Man, Carolina's got to have some pretty good vibes right now. So, it'll be 1st and 10. Ball on the 32-yard line of San Francisco. Shedeur is under center. He fakes the handoff. He's looking, checks it down. It's complete to David Njoku. He gets about 1 yard on the play. Brought down by Jason Pinnock. Yeah, that missed throw to Judy was brutal. Yeah, I don't think Shedeur can be the lob it to Travis Hunter, who's playing against mid-tier schools guy anymore. He's got to be like, oh, I got to lob it to Jerry Judy. He's playing against the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers, by the way, have 41 total yards as Shedeur drops back. He's escaping pressure, fires to the right, throws it complete to Cedric Tillman, but he was out of bounds. 3rd and 10. Yeah, the Browns offense is running efficiently, but it was just that one punt return by Sky Moore that really screwed him over. Nice play, though. It'll be 3rd and 10 on the 32-yard line. Shedeur in shotgun. Shedeur is 1 for 2 on 3rd down. It's on the 31-yard line. He fakes the handoff, checks it down to the right, complete to Jerry Judy, flag on the play. I think that's the first flag of the game, but he gets about 2 yards on the play, and he's tackled out of bounds, pending the penalty. Looks like it's going to be a hold on Cleveland. I believe that's correct. We will see what the HBSC. Oh, an illegal shift. It is an illegal shift on the Cleveland Browns. 13:26 remaining in the second quarter. Say hello in the chat. I think I got some people. I got 5 people. It's not bad. I'm still new to this whole play-by-play. I'm still new to this whole content creation thing. And if you're watching, yep, it is an illegal shift on the Cleveland Browns. It'll be repeat 3rd down. Illegal shift on Jerry Judy. Yeah. His feet were not set. Yeah. They're going to call that 3rd and 15. Ball on the 36-yard line. Shedeur in shotgun. I believe he's got Dylan Sampson to his left. Harold Fannin in motion. Shedeur drops back to pass. He's looking. He's facing pressure. He is brought down deep in the backfield. Oh, wow. Sacked by the former 4th overall pick, Clelin Ferrell. That is a brutal loss, brought down all the way back in Browns territory at the 49-yard line. Just could not escape. Actually, well, okay, that was in 49ers territory, but it was on their 49-yard line. So 4th and 28, Bjorquez lines up to punt, gets it away. That might be a really good punt, but it goes into the end zone, and it is a touchback. Just a brutal sequence of events for Shedeur Sanders. I don't think that's entirely his fault, but nonetheless, it is still 7-0 Cleveland Browns. I think Shedeur looks all right. He looks okay. He passes the eye test more than Dylan Gabriel does. That's all right. We're going to move this camera down a little bit. Yeah, he passes the eye test more than Shedeur does. I'm sorry. Shedeur passes the eye test more than Dylan Gabriel does. There we go. He's checking it down all right. He's doing what he needs to do. Just the pass protection broke down and just a brutal sack. And Clelin Ferrell made the play. Checking in on some other scores. Sauce Gardner has been ruled out. That is not a good development. Wait, what's this? Oh, Trevor Lawrence ran in a 2-point conversion. The Jets have scored on a Breece Hall run. Oh, daddy needs that. We'll see what happens with Sauce Gardner. But yeah, Devon Achane seems to be leading the way for a lot of people. Bucks 3-0 over the Cardinals. Chris Godwin, 56 receiving yards. Panthers over the Rams 14-7. Bryce Young's only thrown 5 passes. I was low on Rico Dowdle today, and I'm glad I was because he has 4 rushes for 4 yards. Hadn't done shit all day. Let's see. Elsewhere, Texans up 3-0 on the Colts. Daniel Jones has thrown 1 completion the entire day. This is not looking good for Daniel Jones right now. I know it's early, but there's still time. But for this game, Brock Purdy is 3 for 7 for 36 yards. Seems like the Browns have had the ball a lot more than the 49ers have. But I digress. It is 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. Ricky Pearsall in motion. Purdy drops back to pass. Checks it down to Pearsall. It's complete. He gets about 1 yard on the play. Brought down by Mason Graham. Yeah, solid play there by the Browns defense. Mason Graham is a hell of a player. I think the Travis, everyone talks about like who wins a certain trade or what have you. I think the Travis Hunter trade could be a win-win. But the ball is on the 21-yard line. Ricky Pearsall in motion right to left. Purdy fakes the handoff to McCaffrey. Checks down to the right. It's complete to George Kittle, who gets to about the 36-yard line. 1st down, San Francisco 49ers. You know what? That's a good call. There we go. You can have both rosters up at the same time. That's how you do it. But a good play nonetheless by George Kittle. It'll be 1st and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line. Hands it off. It's Demarcus Robinson, who gets about 6 on the play. Demarcus Robinson. Guy. So it'll be 2nd and 4. Melanie Collins is saying some stuff into the microphone. We like Melanie Collins. She does good work. Oh, the Rams have scored. Daniel Jones completes. Devontae Adams has caught another touchdown, and Daniel Jones completed a 33-yard pass to Jonathan Taylor. 41-yard line, shovels it to McCaffrey. He's got a little bit of daylight. It's about 6 on the play. Brought down at the 49ers 47-yard line. First down, San Francisco 49ers. Brought down by the Defensive Rookie of the Year frontrunner, Carson Schlesinger. There we go. McCaffrey has 17 yards from scrimmage and a touchdown. Ball on the 47-yard line. Purdy under center. Hands it off to McCaffrey. He's running up the middle. Doesn't get much. Gets about 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8. Cleveland Browns. Elsewhere. Yeah, the JT kid has about 35 rushing yards. He has 35 rushing yards and 35 receiving yards. So it'll be 2nd and 8. Brian Robinson to Purdy's right. George Kittle in motion. Purdy drops back to pass. He's looking. He checks it down over the middle. It is caught by Kittle. Gets about 6 on the play. There is a penalty. We got laundry. Brought down on the play by Grant Delpit, pending the penalty. We got yellow stuff. Holding on the defense. Automatic first down. Holding on Rayshon Jenkins, who is pissed at the penalty call. And honestly, I would be too. So it'll be 1st and 10 with 8:48 remaining. 7, 6, so you can sync up 5, 4, 43, 42. San Francisco has not been called for a penalty all day. Ball on the Cleveland 46-yard line. Use check in motion. Pitches it to Brian Robinson, who gets about 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 7. Ball on about the 43-yard line. 8:24 remaining in the first half. Not a lot happening right now. Not a lot happening in this game. But there's things happening elsewhere. I kid. No, there's not. No updates as of now. But ball on the 43-yard line. Purdy is under center. Kyle Scrabble in motion. Pitches it to McCaffrey. He's running to the right. He gets brought down in the backfield by Carson Schlesinger, as well as Myles Garrett. So it'll be 3rd and 10 with 7:37 remaining. The clock is ticking. Man, that play was blown up. You had a guy running motion to the left, and he pitches to the right. Yeah, the defense is going to be all over that. But 3rd and 10, 7:20 remaining. Purdy in shotgun. He drops back to pass. He's got some time. Checks it down. It's complete to George Kittle, but he is not going to get the first. Brought down at about the 40-yard line. This might be go for it territory. This will be about 4th and 4. Do they leave the offense on the field? No, they don't. They are lining up to punt. Thomas Morstead is lining up to punt. I think they are going to let the play clock run down. They're going to give themselves a little delay of game penalty. So Morstead has a little bit more room to work with. I lied. He punts it away. It's a little chip shot. Does what's his face? Larvadian gets the ball at about the 11-yard line. So fair catches at the 11-yard line. 1st and 10. Cleveland Shedeurs. I got a FanDuel team doing all right so far. I just need Michael Wilson and Devin Neal and Jacoby Brissett and Nico Collins to do more than nothing. But scores. Jaguars are up 15-3 on the Tennessee Titans. Texans 3-0 over the Colts. Dolphins 10-0 over the New Orleans Saints. Jets up 7-0 on the Falcons. Panthers and Rams tied at 14. And the Cardinals and Bucks 3-0 Bucks over the Cardinals. Leaders for the Cleveland Browns. Shedeur Sanders is 7 for 10 for 62 yards. Quinshon Judkins and Isaiah Bond both have 18 receiving yards. Larvadian with 10. Jerome Ford with 9. Jerry Jeudy with 7 receiving yards. And David Njoku, 1 reception for nothing. For the 49ers, Brock Purdy is 6 of 10 for 57 yards. McCaffrey, 6 rushes for 9 yards. Nice. And a touchdown. Brian Robinson, 4 rushing yards. DeMarcus Robinson, 6 rushing yards. George Kittle is the leading receiver. He has, in terms of fantasy points, he has 2 receptions for 20 yards. Christian McCaffrey, 2 for 13. Kyle Scrabble has 1 reception for 23 yards. And Ricky Pearsall has 1 reception for 1 yard. Not a ton else going on. Just a UFC commercial right now. Video plans for the week. I'm going to get back to like pathetic stats. Going to work my dick off on the week in review. I'm going to try and do like a little deep dive on Shedeur maybe because it'll be good for the algo. Who knows? Who'd you hit? Oh, wow. Damn, there you go. But nothing else really doing. Tyrone McMillan hasn't done shit all day. The ball is on the 10-yard line. Shedeur hands it off to Quinshon Judkins, who's still running, gets about 8 on the play, which means he's going to get 9 on the play because I'm wrong every fucking time. Hey, Browns give back. We like to see Shedeur out in the community. Joel Bitonio, good guy. Quinshon Judkins, guy. So, 2nd and 2, ball on the 18-yard line. Shedeur Sanders in shotgun, hands it off to Quinshon Judkins, who's fighting for the first. He's going to get it, gets about 3 on the play. Ball on the 21-yard line. It'll be first down, Cleveland Browns. So 5:25 remaining here in the first half. 7-0 San Francisco 49ers over the Cleveland Browns. Ball on the 21-yard line. Shedeur is under center. He's got Judkins to his Judkins behind him. Harold Fannin in motion. Shedeur hands it off to Quinshon Judkins, who's running to the right, has a little bit of daylight, but is brought out of bounds. Got about 6 or 7 on the play. Brought down by Diamador Lenore. There is 4:50 remaining in the first half. Damn, anything else happening? Come on, give me something. God, someone throw a pie. So it'll be 2nd and 3, ball on the 28-yard line. Shedeur under center, pitches it to the left. He pitches it back to Isaiah Bond, who's got a little bit of daylight. Gets to about the 38-yard line. Good play design. 1st and 10, Cleveland Browns. 4:07 remaining. And it's going to be Taylor, isn't it? Daniel Jones, touchdown to Alec Pierce. We are so back. Daniel Jones, 19-yard touchdown pass to Alec Pierce. So, ball on the 37-yard line. Shedeur is under center. Malachi Corley in motion. Hands it off. It is Dylan Sampson. He gets about 7 or 8 on the play. And who's down? Curtis Robinson is down, but he is brought down by C.J. West, the rookie from Indiana. But for now, the linebacker is down. Curtis Robinson is the injured player. We are an hour into the live stream. Michael Badgley missed the extra point for the Colts. Not fun. Elsewhere in the is 6-3. Colts over the Texans. Nothing else has really changed. Still kind of same old, same old. All right. So, 4th and 6 on the 14-yard line for the Panthers. ESPN's the best way to follow fantasy sports, but Sleeper is, to me, the best fantasy app. Let's see here. Tyler Shuck has 33 passing yards. Tua Tagovailoa has 83. Darren Waller is the leading receiver. Called it. Malik Washington has 20 yards. Jalen Waddle, goose egg. Devon Achane is the leading rusher for the Miami Dolphins. What's that matchup? Who's he got? Shut up. Yeah, Ted McMillan ain't doing shit for me so far. Neither is Tyler Warren. Should have known. Tyler Warren was a little sick boy. Yeah, I need Tyrone McMillan to do some stuff. The Panthers have kicked a field goal. So, 17-14 Rams are trailing the Carolina Panthers. All right. So, I believe there is about 3:28. They did have the injury timeout as Curtis Robinson is down. The 49ers continue to really get bit by the injury bug. It's just like their entire defense. Like, there were rumors that thankfully Curtis Robinson did kind of walk off on his own power. So it'll be 2nd and 3. Ball on the 44-yard line. 3:15 remaining. And the clock is ticking. The ball is on the 44-yard line. Shedeur is under center. Dylan Sampson in the backfield. He hands it off to Dylan Sampson, who's got some room, gets to about the 48-yard line of San Francisco. 1st and 10, Cleveland Browns. Dylan Sampson got about 8 on the play, brought down by Clelin Ferrell. Yeah, that's a lot of injuries. Bosa, Michael Williams, Sam, I'm not even going to try. Yatorgos Matos is on IR. Fred Warner out for the year. Tatum Bethune out for the year. The Dolphins have its 2nd and goal. All right. Shedeur hands it off on a reverse play to Malachi Corley, who's fighting. Got some extra yardage. I believe he got the first. He is fired up. No, he did not get the first. So it'll be 2nd and 1. Kevin Stefanski is fired up, which apparently is a lie because he hates Shedeur Sanders. Who knows? We have reached the 2-minute warning here in Cleveland. It is 7-0. 49ers over the Cleveland Browns. Let's see. Ooh, Bucks have its 2nd and goal at the 1. Baker's got 106 passing yards. Bucky Irving, 35 rushing yards. It's a solid little day for our boys down in Tampa. Jacoby Brissett has not really done much. That offense is like non-existent right now. The Dolphins have it second and goal at the 6. But the Browns have it second and 1 at the 39-yard line. Jets 7-0 over the Falcons. Kirk Cousins hadn't done a whole lot. Tyrod Taylor is 5 for 9 for 42 yards. Just doesn't seem, I mean, like when you're checking every single moment, it's like, it doesn't seem like a whole lot's going to happen. Like you expect things to kind of happen, but it is the 2-minute warning here in Cleveland. Takeaway so far, not a whole lot of offense on either side of the ball. It was aided heavily by Sky Moore's punt return of 66 yards, which allowed McCaffrey to run it in from 1 yard. Shedeur looks okay. I thought he was going to absolutely shit the bed, but he's looked fine. I don't really have a whole lot of things to say one way or another. I don't think he's like throwing the deep ball that much because, I mean, granted, it's like because of the weather conditions, but the rushing offense looks pretty good. Judkins is getting a lot of action. He has 12 carries for 48 yards. Shedeur, as of now, is 7 for 10 for 62 yards. Dylan Sampson also 4 rushes for 23 yards. Judkins is also the leading receiver. If you are tuning in, you can subscribe to the channel. I do a lot of comedic shorts. I'm fun. I try to live stream every Bengals game. But thank you guys for tuning in. It is second and short. Ball on the 38.5-yard line with 2 minutes remaining. Shedeur is under center I formation. Hands it off. It's Quinshon Judkins. He gets to about the 34-yard line. First down, Cleveland Browns. With 1:50 to go in the first half. It's kind of unexciting. Which, again, I should have tempered my expectations for this game. But that is okay. The Bucs have the ball on the 1-yard line. 1:25 remaining. Ball on the 35-yard line. First and 10. Shedeur under center. Hands it off to Quinshon Judkins, who gets swarmed 1 yard past the line of scrimmage. Brought down by Alfred Collins, the stud rookie. It'll be 2nd and 9 with 1:05 remaining here in the first half. San Francisco up 7-0. We are officially under a minute to go. The Bucs have scored. Oh my God. Baker Mayfield has thrown a touchdown as Harold Fannin gets a touchdown. A deep pass from Shedeur Sanders to Harold Fannin Jr. Listen. 2 crazy things happened at once. Shedeur got the touchdown. Let's see what happens here. Just an absolutely blown coverage. They double-teamed Judy and totally forgot that Harold Fannin existed. He was wide open on the play. Unfortunately for Shedeur, I am going to one-up him here. Because Baker Mayfield has thrown a touchdown to Tristan Wirfs. I swear to you. Congratulations, Shedeur. He got a tutty. We like Shedeur. Fans are a little much. But Shedeur got the tutty. Baker Mayfield has thrown a touchdown to Tristan fucking Wirfs. I cannot wait to watch this play. The Browns are going for 2. Man, Tristan Wirfs. No way. Tristan Wirfs is wide open. Direct snap to Judkins. He's fighting for the goal line. Is he going to get there? I believe he got there. They are going to review the hell out of this one, but I believe Quinshon Judkins got the 2-point conversion. So, solid drive. Yeah. Oh, wow, that's close. Yeah, he got it. So, the Cleveland Browns have scored. Shedeur Sanders has thrown a touchdown pass to Harold Fannin Jr. People are going to say, I'm shitting on Shedeur when I say this. I'm not. The 49ers absolutely blew the coverage. They double-teamed Judy and totally forgot that Harold Fannin existed. Watch the replay. I am not lying. But Shedeur saw that. I'll give him credit. Great pass by Shedeur. Good pass to Harold Fannin Jr. Shedeur is clearly the better quarterback between him and Dylan Gabriel. But again, good play by the Browns. Absolutely blown coverage by the 49ers. But Shedeur looks all right. I believe he's topped the century mark too. Let's see that. Shedeur is 8 for 11 for 96 yards. He's just short, but Harold Fannin with a 34-yard receiving touchdown. The Browns are now up 8-7 on the 49ers. What a development. Texans have scored. It is Nick Chubb time. He has a 4-yard rushing touchdown. The Rams are in the red zone on the Panthers' 3-yard line. Yeah, Nico Collins has 3 receptions for 58 yards. Elsewhere in the league, Texans are up 10-6 on the Colts. Dolphins 13-0 over the New Orleans Saints. Jets 7-0 over the Falcons. Blake Corum with the 2-yard rushing touchdown as the kickoff goes away by Schmidt. It is over the head of Brian Robinson, touchback. So it is 20-17 pending the PAT. Michael Carter finally gets a reception. I'm looking for Michael Wilson here. Michael Carter with a 14-yard catch. Jacoby Brissett finally getting some action. Former Brown, by the way. So the ball is on the 35-yard line of San Francisco. 8-7. Browns over the 49ers. Purdy in shotgun. Demarcus Robinson in motion left to right to left. Purdy drops back. Fires deep over the left. Incomplete. Josh Wiley, Bearcats legend. Also Bearcats legend, Josiah DeGuara. We love our Bearcats. We love Alec Pierce. We love Sauce Gardner. We don't love Desmond Ridder. So it is 21-17 Rams over the Panthers. Damn, should have called that game. The one exciting moment for the Browns was overshadowed by me finding out that Baker threw a touchdown to Tristan Wirfs. But Juwan Jennings in motion Purdy drops back to pass. He's being pressured, just heaves it in the direction of McCaffrey, incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 10 with 27 seconds remaining. So you're a third string tight end for the Packers. What game's Grossi calling? Is he calling a game right now? But nonetheless, there's Michael Wilson. Jacoby Brissett's finally getting some action as Purdy drops back to pass. 35 yards. He fires it to the left. Caught by Ricky Pearsall. Out of bounds at the 48-yard line. Only doing Sunday Night Football today. All right. Yeah, he got work to do. I commend Grossi for doing as much as he does. That guy's a fucking champion. But 1st and 10, I will be at the Story of the Year concert tonight. They're in Cincinnati. Ball on the 48-yard line of San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey goes from left to right. Purdy drops back to pass. He fires over the middle. Caught by Jawan Jennings. Gets to the Cleveland 40-yard line with 14 seconds remaining. Oh, what's this? Man, I am glad I sat Rico Dowdle today. Bijan Robinson's having a solid game. 12 rushes for 90 yards. Kyle Pitts, 4 receptions for 40 yards. He needs to go away. Ooh, nice. I did see Spirit Box on Wednesday, and that was an awesome show. I ran into the singer of Periphery at a bar in downtown Cincinnati on after the show. I was like, "You're short and have a mohawk," and I think I saw you 3 hours ago. It was very nice. Spencer Sotelo. It was very nice. 15 seconds remaining. Ball on the Browns 40-yard line. Pearsall in motion. Purdy drops back to pass. Fires it deep over the left. He's got Kittle. It's complete. No! Is it complete? Oh, he caught it. But it was ripped out of his hands. Out of bounds. How the hell are they going to rule this? Kittle with an amazing catch. Down by contact. Yeah, that's a catch. But he was down by contact already. That's a catch by Kittle. What a play. I absolutely believe that's a catch. 4 seconds remaining. They are going to go for the touchdown. Or are they? No, they're not. They are bringing on Matt Gay. They're smart. They're smartly taking the points here. An excellent catch by George Kittle. And now they're bringing on Matt Gay for the 25-yard field goal attempt. He is on the left hash mark. The kick is up, and it is off the upright and good. That was a close one. That was closer than it should have been. Matt Gay off the left upright and careens through. That kick was a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I don't think that's going to catch on. But here at halftime, it is 49ers 10, Browns 8. Let's see what is happening elsewhere in the league. Bucks up 10-3 on the Cardinals. It is halftime. All right. Jets up 7-0 on the Falcons, though the Falcons are at the 1-yard line. Dolphins 13-0 on the Saints. Devin Neal has 17 rushing yards, which we like that. The Falcons have scored. It was... Of course it was! Tyler Algier. The ultimate fantasy football vulture. Tyler Algier with a 1-yard rushing touchdown. 7-6 pending the PAT. Let's see. Brian Thomas hasn't really done much. Trevor Lawrence is having a solid game. But let's see here. Nothing doing. So, what do I got planned coming up? We're going to knock out pathetic stats this week. I'm going to have that out probably Tuesday or so. I'm going to try to have the week in review out by Wednesday. I was able to watch 3 games, so I was able to watch all 3 games and the Bears-Eagles game on Friday. Got some stand-up shows coming up, just standard open mics. I don't really have anything booked at the moment. Yeah, Falcons and Jets are tied 7 apiece. Takeaways from the first half. The offenses are efficient, I would say. Nothing too crazy. Just there are a couple chunk plays here and there. It was just drive sustained, just kind of a normal football game. I'm an idiot. Let's see some stats elsewhere. Nothing really doing for the Titans. Cam Ward, as of now, is 9 for 14 for 56 yards. Devon Achane is still him. Every player with the reception for the Dolphins has a name that starts with W. Darren Waller, two receptions for 47 yards. Malik Washington, 2 for 20. Cedric Wilson Jr. with 16 receiving yards, and Jalen Waddle with 4. Daniel Jones is having an all right game today. Let's see some halftime stats. Yeah, that's how you do it. They're just showing the highlights here. Damn, he was open. T-Law to Brenton Strange, just up the middle. Damn, Achane's having a hell of a game. 12 rushes for 90 yards. But I digress. Again, it's Shedeur's first home start. Doing all right. He had that solid touchdown pass to Harold Fannin. Elsewhere in this game, just nothing too crazy, I don't think. The 49ers have 134 total yards of offense. The Browns, they've kind of relied on their rushing attack all game, which is kind of smart. Nothing against Shedeur. It's just the weather. Yeah. They showed the replay of the Harold Fannin touchdown, and they totally forgot he existed. So I'll give you that one. There you go, Breece Hall. They're showing some replays. But damn, Achane has some wheels on him. But I'm sure you knew that. Tua has not looked that good today. 6 for 12 for 87 yards and a pick. Yeah, I kind of knew this was going to be a defensive slugfest. It's basically Myles Garrett versus Robert Saleh. The 49ers rushing offense. Christian McCaffrey is the leading rusher with 9 rushing yards. That ain't good. Brian Robinson, 3 rushes for 4 yards, and Demarcus Robinson has a 6-yard rush. George Kittle is the leading receiver, 3 catches for 53 yards. Kyle Scrabble has a 23-yard catch. Ricky Pearsall, 2 for 14. Christian McCaffrey, 2 catches for 13 yards. And Jawan Jennings with a 12-yard catch. Let's see elsewhere in the league. Most of these games are at halftime. Dolphins and Saints, 13-zip. Has Achane? No, Achane has 13 for 88. I think he had a loss on that play. Yeah, the offense for the Browns is kind of running through Quinshon Judkins right now, and Shedeur's just being a game manager. With the long touchdown pass to Harold Fannin. Where, again, the 49ers defense completely forgot that Harold Fannin existed. The Dolphins have kicked a field goal and is 16-0 at the half. Shedeur is 8 for 11 for 96 and a touchdown. Again, looks all right. He's doing well. He will always be not as good as his fanatics think he's going to be, but he's not as bad as his KKK haters who think he's going to be. All right, let's see. The Dallas Cowboys designated Trayvon Diggs for return to practice. But every game is pretty much at halftime right now. Texans and Colts, 10-6. And Jags, 15-3 over the Titans. All right. I think we're going to be coming back from halftime here any minute now. I'm being optimistic. I'm trying to talk to myself as much as I can. It's the coffee in a can. But no, sweet cream cold brew. Enjoy the free plug, Starbucks. It's solid. Gets the job done. Oh, yeah, here's a little addendum. So my stepdad kind of has it's kind of like a dad rockish band a little bit. And I was offered the opportunity. My stepdad was like, hey, you should kind of sing for us a little bit. And I'm like, I got a rock voice. I like to listen to metal. I like to listen to rock. So I'm super intrigued by the option. I've always been intrigued by the idea of singing for a band, because I've always had I've done the national anthem for the Reds and I've done it for the Indiana Pacers. My goal is those guys. That's my goal. Cincinnati Bengals. That's my goal. It's a lofty goal, but I think I can do it eventually. But I'm intrigued by the idea of singing for a band. I just got to know the songs and learn how to perform. It'll be fun. Let's see here. Nothing else going on. Every game is at halftime. So, you know what? We'll be right back. Pee for halftime. And I learned this one the hard way. If you have to pee during a live stream, mute your microphone. Because if you have to pee bad enough to leave a live stream, it's going to be an audible piss. And I'm going to do this right before the end of halftime. So, pee for halftime. See ya. Y'all, we're so back. My bladder feels empty. My viewership went up during that. Hell yeah. But if you haven't already, you can subscribe to my channel. Like I said, do shorts, do week in review videos. It's always fun. I appreciate y'all who are tuning in. You guys are very kind. I appreciate it. Like I said, Shedeur looks all right. I think, and this happens with every quarterback. As time goes on, there's going to be tape on him. The honeymoon phase is going to be over. I think he'll be here's what, so I put it on Brown's Reddit. I kind of snuck in as a Bengals fan, but I also I can talk objectively. Shedeur, I don't think he's Mr. Right. However, I absolutely think he is Mr. Right now. I'm not sure that he is the franchise quarterback, but I do believe that he is going to start the rest of the year. And he should. With he is a really good business opportunity. It'll increase ticket sales, it'll increase ratings, jersey sales. I'm not saying Shedeur is going to suck, but I am going to say this. Given his celebrity status and decent ability as a quarterback, they will give him as long of a leash as they possibly can as the 49ers kick it off to begin the second half, and we are underway. Received by Malachi Corley, brought down at about the 26-yard line, and we are underway. God, those stands, which, by the way, I said it's going to increase ticket sales, those stands are empty as fuck. Not a lot going on, but people are going to return to their seats. It is 10-8, 14:55 remaining in the third quarter. Ball on the 27-yard line. Shedeur takes the snap, hands it off to Quinshon Judkins up the middle, gets about 5 on the play. Brought down by D. Winters. Damn, the Browns have 94 rushing yards, and the 49ers have 19. All right, 2nd and 5, ball on the 32-yard line. Shedeur hands it off to Judkins again. He's fighting for the first. I believe he got it. Ball on the 38-yard line. Jack Conklin is out of the game with a concussion. Quinshon was brought down by Jordan Elliott. 13:57 remaining here in the third quarter. Shedeur in shotgun. He drops back to pass. He's got a little bit of time. Checks it down to Harold Fannin, who is trying to find room. He's still going. Gets about 3 on the play. Brought down at the 41-yard line. Brought down by Renardo Green. That's how Shedeur is going to get the ball down the field. The checkdowns and the handoffs. The chunk plays are they misspelled Harold Fannin's name, by the way. Harold Fannin has blown the record away for rookie receptions by a tight end in Browns history. 40-yard line, Shedeur does a draw play to Judkins, who is immediately swarmed in the backfield by Keon White. It'll be 3rd and 7 with 12:51 remaining. He just shoved the guard out of the play. He just shoved the guard out of the way and quickly brought him down. Let's see, a big one to watch. Kyron Williams is questionable to return. Dylan Sampson in motion. Shedeur drops back to pass. He's looking, fires over the middle. Incomplete. Dropped by Harold Fannin. Incomplete. He dropped it. It was a decent pass, and he dropped it. Yeah, it looks like Kyron Williams is questionable to return. That's a doozy. So 4th and 7 with 12:21 remaining. Corey Bjorquez lines up to punt. Sky Moore to receive. Ball on the 41-yard line. The snap is back. The punt is away, and it's a beauty. Moore lets it bounce. He receives it at the 21 and gets pretty much nowhere. So Kyron Williams is questionable to return with an ankle injury, which will bring the 49ers offense back on the field with 12:11 remaining in the third quarter. I feel like we're going to see an awful lot of offense here in the second half of every game. Kyron Williams is on the field and warming up. Okay, so Kyron Williams looks like he might be all right. And thank the Lord. Because we like Kyron Williams. Kyron Williams is like, he's reliable. He's not going to have like those like huge like Devon Achane blow up games. But he's like a pure volume guy. That's what he's always been. Kyron Williams has always been the volume guy. Let's see. Every game is pretty much a halftime. Tedero McMillan has been shut the fuck out. We don't like to see that. So San Francisco will have the ball 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line with 12:11 remaining here in the third quarter. Chime in the chat. Ask me a stupid question. I'm talking to myself here on hopped up on ADHD meds. What are you getting for Christmas? What concerts are you going to? What are you going to buy on Cyber Monday? Who sells feet pics? I will buy. Let's see. Can the 49ers get their rushing offense going? Because again, McCaffrey's the leader. He has 9 yards, which isn't great. Let's see. Yeah, Rico Dowdle hasn't really done 11 rushes for 40 yards. It's not awful. But I did not really want anything to do with him today. Let's see what the 49ers offense can do. Christian McCaffrey has 22 total yards and a touchdown. Sauce Gardner is believed to have suffered a calf strain. Ugh. All right. Purdy in shotgun, drops back. He's facing pressure, fires it complete to Kyle Scrabble. That was a wild sequence of events. Purdy was facing pressure. Kyle Juszczyk caught it while being a Chinese contortionist. Myles Garrett was all over him. He was almost wrapped up by Myles Garrett, but it was all good. 2nd and 6. Jawan Jennings in motion, I formation. Purdy under center. McCaffrey runs up the middle. He gets the first down. Okay, stupid questions. Do I think the new As I Lay Dying lineup will last? There's no way I can give a definitive answer for that. Because Tim Lambesis is the kind of guy who will like put on he'll put on a good face for social media. He's a manipulator of people. As Kyle Juszczyk in motion, pitches to the right to Christian McCaffrey. Gets about 4 on the play. He's 2nd and 6. Okay. And looks like Reese McGuire is down. Isaiah McGuire is on. He's sitting on the field, so he might be hurt. So, do I think the lineup will last? I have no idea. Like, even like healthy bands have their phases where they're like, yeah, this isn't gonna last. So like maybe like a guitarist departs, but who knows? I'm gonna say undetermined as of now. Geez, Teddyroa McMillan has been shut the fuck out today. And that is not fun for anybody involved. But it'll be 2nd and 6, 10:47 remaining in the third quarter. 49ers are up 10-8 on the Cleveland Browns. Scores elsewhere. Jags are up 18-3 on the Titans. Texans up 10-6 on the Colts. Both games are at halftime. Dolphins up 16-0 on the Saints. Devin Neal is starting to rack up some carries here. Touchdown for the Panthers. Bryce Young to Jalen Coker. A 33-yard touchdown. Wow. That is quite the plot twist. So 24-21 Panthers over the Rams. And the Bucks are up 10-3 on the Arizona Cardinals. See, I think it's hard to say because Tim Lambesis has gone through 3 lineups in the last 3 years. I'll say yes until further notice. It's like fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times. Woven War 2.0 happens. So 12-11 remaining here. I'm sorry, 10:47. Like I said, 2nd and 6, ball on the 37-yard line. Yeah, that field goal barely went through. All right. 2nd and 6, 10:40 remaining. Use check and motion out to the right, fakes the handoff. Purdy being chased. He throws it away and throws it out of bounds. So it'll be 3rd and 6. Ball on the 37-yard line once again. He was chased by Myles Garrett because, of course, he was. Yeah, you can't let you. If you're George Kittle, ignore your route and block Myles Garrett for fuck's sake, please. 3rd and 6. Ball on the 37. Demarcus Robinson in motion. Purdy drops back, fires to the left. It is caught by Jawan Jennings for the first down. Got about 7 on the play, brought down by Carson Schlesinger. Or no, I'm sorry. So 1st and 10, 10:05 remaining. Here, 44 seconds to go. McCaffrey in motion, runs out to the right. And McCaffrey back in motion to the left. Purdy drops back to pass. He's looking, checks it down. It's complete to Kyle. It's incomplete, I'm sorry, to Kyle Juszczyk. Dropped it. 2nd and 10. Flag on the play. Looks like it was ineligible player downfield on Trent Williams. Ugh. Ooh, looks like the Falcons are driving. Damn. There you go, I guess. All right. 2nd and 15. Oh, what a pass to Jalen Coker. It was his first touchdown of the season. Bryce Young's looking good. Bryce Young, 9 for 13, 129 yards, 2 touchdowns. Use check in motion to the left. Purdy drops back to pass. He's looking. He's facing pressure. He's running out to the left. Throws it down the field. Caught by Demarcus Robinson, but he was out of bounds. So it'll be 2nd and 15. Nice job escaping pressure by Purdy. Couldn't quite get there. So it'll be 2nd and 15. Purdy has not been sacked today. Purdy drops back to pass. Fires over the left middle. Incomplete. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 15. And Malik Collins is down. Bijan Robinson with a 5-yard rushing touchdown. So that team is back in business. Teddy Rowe McMillan is really letting me down, folks. He's putting up a goosey. Putting up a loosey-goosey. Marvin Harrison Jr. doing pretty solid today. But yeah, that was in the direction of Jawan Jennings. Incomplete. Chad Ryland's 43-yard field goal is no good. Oh, boy. That is a doozy. All right. So, 3rd and 15. Ball on the 39-yard line with a timeout, with an injury timeout. Looks like the Saints have the ball in the red zone. Tyler Shuck, pass right to Devon Vele, ran out of bounds at 12. All right, so it's a complete pass. Give Devin Neal a touchdown, my dudes. Yeah, their new stuff. Okay, so As I Lay Dying's new stuff is fine. Like, their first song was good. Second song, listened to it once and completely forgot it existed. It's like they're like 07 to like Shaped by like their 07 to 2012 album run was fucking impeccable. Powerless Rise, probably their best album, but they came back. Shaped by Fire was so good. And then that's when the whole band just completely unraveled. Their most recent album, like full album, couple good ones, but nothing crazy. I don't even listen for Tim. I listen for the clean vocalist. It's some of it's like boilerplate metalcore, but they're fine. Let's see what else is going on here in the league. Oh, the Texans are driving the ball. Nico's got 4 catches for 69 yards. Nice. Yeah, the injury timeout, 9:36 remaining. It's been a solid day for the Browns. They haven't moved the ball a ton on offense, but they're doing what they can. Let's see. Vikings Seahawks later on. That'll be a fun one. Oh, Saints touchdown. Chris Olave. Parker Washington's been ruled out. Ugh. So Chris Olave with the touchdown. Purdy drops back to pass. He's looking. He's going to run, gets about 2 yards on the play, but there is a flag. We'll see what the penalty is. I don't think Purdy looks very thrilled, so it's probably on the 49ers. Holding on the offense. I'm assuming they're going to decline the penalty. They did. It is 4th down. Bring back on Shedeur Sanders. On Burford. Who did he hold? Yeah, you can't do that. All right. Thomas Morstead lines up to punt. Oh. Chris Olave got a 17-yard receiving touchdown, and they went for 2 and got it. And, oh, what's this? Just a fair catch, and it was a weird catch by Larvadian. It is now 9:06 remaining in the third quarter. Bring back on Shedeur Sanders. And the Jets have scored. Tyrod Taylor to Adonai Mitchell for 52 yards. Oh, wow. That is a plot twist. Tyrod Taylor to Adonai Mitchell for 52 yards. What a play. Looks like Ethan Posick is back in the game. As Shedeur is under center. Ball on the 24-yard line. David Njoku in motion. Shedeur drops back to pass. He throws it to the left, caught by Jerry Jeudy. Gets about 7 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 3. 2nd and 2 on the 32-yard line. There is 8, 49, 48, 47, in case you want to sync up. 45, 44. Here we go. So it'll be 2nd and 2. 10-8, 49ers over the Cleveland Browns. Shedeur under center. He is calling an audible. Harold Fannin in motion to the right from the slot to the X. Shedeur under center. Hands it off to Judkins, who gets brought down about 2 yards past the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 1. Hey, I got that one right. Looks like the Texans got a field goal. And CJ Stroud lives to see another day. But Daniel Jones has not been super efficient. Nor has the Colts offense. As Shedeur hands it off to Quinshon Judkins. Who did he get the first? He is awful close. It looks to be a hair short. Did they get the first? It does not appear they did. So it'll be 4th and 1 at the 33-yard line for the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, he's got that fibula shit. Yeah, they're kind of forcing him out there because they want nothing to do with Anthony Richardson. All right. It looks like they're going to tush push it with Fan. What the hell? Oh, no. He fumbled the ball, and it looks like the 49ers have recovered it. A botched tush push that was recovered by the 49ers. For a second, I was like, did I unmute my microphone? But they botched the tush push. Harold Fannin dropped the snap. It was recovered by the 49ers, and it'll be 1st and 10. Oh, that is a brutal play for Cleveland. And Shedeur's fans are not going to be thrilled. That is the 8th fumble recovery by the Browns this season on a botched tush push by Harold Fannin. So the ball's on the 32-yard line. Purdy hands it off to McCaffrey. He's still going to the right. Gets about 5 on the play. Brought down by Grant Delpit. That is interesting. Oh, the Bucs have scored. In Bucky, we sucky. 13-yard rushing touchdown by Bucky Irving. 2nd and 4. Ball on the 26-yard line of Cleveland. Purdy under center. Kyle Juszczyk in motion. Hands it off to McCaffrey to the right. Gets about 2 on the play. Brought down, I believe, by Myles Garrett. So, yeah, Jacoby's going to be throwing a lot. Going to be 3rd and 3. 6:03 remaining in the third quarter. 6 minutes remaining. Dalton Kincaid and Josh Palmer are inactive. So 3rd and 3. Ball on the 24-yard line. That's a short 3. It's more like 3rd and 2. Purdy under center. He hands it off to Christian McCaffrey, who gets the first down, brought down at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, San Francisco 49ers. So the ball is in the red zone. Good work by the 49ers. Again, the brutal tush push attempt by Harold Fannin was the difference maker. The turnover is just on the stat sheet. So, I formation. Purdy hands it off to McCaffrey, pitches it to the right, gets about 1 on the play. Looks like Mason Graham with the stop. Oh, they might have gotten away with a little false start there on Kyle Scrabble. But it'll be 2nd and 9. Ball on the 19-yard line. 4:30 remaining here in the third quarter in Cleveland, Ohio at Cleveland Browns Stadium. The factory of sadness. Single setback, Purdy. Kittle in motion. Fakes to McCaffrey. Shovels it to Kittle. I'm sorry, McCaffrey. Yeah, shoveled it to McCaffrey for nothing. So it'll be 3rd and 9. No gain on the play. Yeah, so Malik Collins was carted off with a knee injury and was immediately ruled out. So that's a big blow for the Cleveland Browns defense. San Francisco with 173 yards from scrimmage. As Purdy drops back to pass, 3rd and 9. He fires deep to the right. Caught by George Kittle at the 4-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal, San Francisco 49ers. With 3:14 remaining, it is San Francisco 10, Cleveland Browns 8. Yeah, just blown coverage by Carson Schlesinger there. Just lost his assignment. They were in zone coverage. Just couldn't continue the assignment. Demarcus Robinson in motion. Pitches it to McCaffrey to the left, and he gets about 1 or 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd and goal at, I'm assuming, the 3-yard line. Brought down by Carson Schlesinger. All right, we're 2 hours in. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's just Lucian, basically Lucian and me talking to ourselves here. But it's 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line. Purdy was in shotgun, calling an audible on the play. He's got McCaffrey to his left. George Kittle in motion. Hands it to McCaffrey. Gets about one, maybe 1.5 on the play. It'll be 3rd and goal. So Brandon Cooks and Keon Coleman are active. Wow, okay. So it'll be 3rd and goal. Ball on the 2-yard line. 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining. Brock Purdy in shotgun. Got McCaffrey to his left. McCaffrey. Oh, Purdy fakes the handoff. Runs it in. Rushing touchdown. Brock Purdy. Nice play. You got to worry about Christian McCaffrey at the goal line, but you completely forget that Brock Purdy also has functioning legs. Faked the handoff. Nobody accounted for Purdy. And Purdy ran it in all alone for the touchdown. They're lining up for the PAT. Matt Gay's kick is up, and it is good. So, 17-8. 49ers over the Browns here in the 3rd quarter with 1:29 remaining. All right. First, I want to see if Michael Wilson's done anything. No, he hasn't. It's been Jacoby Brissett. Album of the year. Whew. Who knows? Dayseeker's new album was very good. Man, album of the year. Ooh, Killswitch's album was really good too. I liked Killswitch Engage's new album. We'll see here. I think Killswitch might be up there. Give me your selections. I'm not really sure. I'm going to say Killswitch's, which is a little bit better. I loved Dayseeker's new album. But Killswitch top to bottom was pretty good. I also could say Sabrina Carpenter's new album. But I'm 33. I'm not sure if I can say she's good. I'm working on a new bit right now where people say, like, oh, we need to get these old politicians out of office. It's like, yeah, but the only problem is that the people who can control that are the old politicians who want to keep holding on to power. So you ever tried telling someone they're too old to do anything? It's not going to go well. It's like, Earl, put the motorcycle helmet down. You're gonna crash. That's all I got for that one so far. It's like old people refuse to give up a Motley Crue t-shirt, much less a Senate seat. Ooh. Jacoby Brissett threw a touchdown to Bam Knight. And the Colts. T-Dubs, Tyler Warren. There you go, boys. Tyler Warren has caught a tutty. But Teddy Rowe McMillan ain't done shit. Man, what a brutal way for that to go about. As the kickoff, Malachi Corley with a brain fart. Malachi Corley very much could have let that kick go out of bounds. But instead, he caught it. Wow. And now the ball is at the 6-yard line. Malachi Corley wanted to flex his catching skills more than his brain. Because if Malachi Corley catches that ball, if Malachi Corley lets that ball go out of bounds, they're on like the 40, 45-yard line. But now they're on the 5-yard line. Malachi Corley showing off that Kentucky education as Shedeur hands it off to Quinshon Judkins, who is brought down at the line of scrimmage to the right by Malik Mustafa. Wolves at the Gates album was also very good. Forgot about that one. Josh Gilbert from Spirit Box produced that album. I think Fit for a Kings is pretty good. All right. Shedeur drops back to pass. He's in his own end zone. Fires deep to the left, or sorry, deep to the right, out of bounds. Caught by the ball boy. So it'll be 3rd and 10. As someone who refuses to make excuses for Shedeur Sanders today, I'm going to be making some. The botched tush push. As Shedeur drops back to pass. He's in his own end zone. He's facing pressure. There's a flag. Throws it to the left. That might be grounding. But there is a flag on the play. That could be holding in the Browns' end zone. That might be a safety. Robert Saleh is very happy right now. This score keeps getting weirder and weirder. Robert Saleh is screaming safety, pending the penalty. Face mask on the offense. We'll see what happens here. But yeah, Josh Gilbert. I fully stand Josh Gilbert. So pending the penalty. We'll see what happens here. What are they doing? There's just face mask on the Browns offense. The penalty is declined. 4th down on the 5-yard line, and Corey Bojorquez is going to have to absolutely, positively launch a missile of a punt. This is the Cleveland Browns. Ooh, the Jags have scored. Shaw tootin', baby. As Corey Bojorquez lines up to punt, he gets it away, and it is caught at the 50 by Sky Moore, who gets about 2 on the play. Oh, man. That was a brutal possession for the Cleveland Browns. All right. Yeah, I saw Spirit Box on Wednesday. It was Honey Revenge, Periphery, and Spirit Box. They came to Cincy, and I ended up near the pit, and it was fucking awesome. But Josh Gilbert's fantastic. And Courtney LaPlante is just a star. So, ball on the 47-yard line. Kendrick Bourne out to the right. McCaffrey to Ricky Pearsall in motion. Hands it off to McCaffrey. Goes for about 3 yards on the play. We 2nd and 7 with 19 seconds remaining. Teddy Roa McMillan needs to do something. All right, 2nd and 7. And I believe they're going to let this go to the end of the third quarter. And they do. So, end of the third quarter. San Francisco 49ers are up 17-8 on the Cleveland Browns. All right. Browns fans, we got to have a talk. I don't think this game, and I'm saying this as someone who cannot stand the Shedeur Sanders fanatics. You cannot pin this loss on Shedeur Sanders. I really don't think so. There have been several blunders throughout the day. The botched kickoff return by Malachi Corley. The botched tush push by Harold Fannin. I really don't think you can pin this on Shedeur. I really don't. He's played all right. He's managed the game well. But I genuinely think the Browns have had too many blunders. The punt return by Sky Moore. I really don't think you can pin this on Shedeur. It's just, I think the Browns, okay. The Browns have this history of like ruining quarterbacks. People are like really ignoring the possibility that the Browns might ruin Shedeur Sanders. Because people think of quarterbacks as like these Band-Aids are going to come in, they're going to fix everything. They're going to fix the O-line, they're going to fix the receiver core. That doesn't always happen. And the Browns, ever since they came back into existence in 99, they just never had that quarterback stability. I mean, they had Baker Mayfield for a hot minute. They had Tim Couch, who I maintain is not a bust. As big of a bust as people think he was. But people are really ignoring the possibility. People are spending so much time debating whether or not Shedeur Sanders is good or not. They're totally forgetting about the possibility that the Browns might ruin him. Because, like, he's looked okay. But the Browns just cannot get anything done. None of the yards aren't really translated into points. People are completely forgetting that. The Browns might do what they've always done. 2nd and 7, hands it off to Brian Robinson, gets about 3 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 4. Chat, did I cook? Give me your thoughts on that. I think the Browns might, because like I said, people are spending so much time debating whether or not Shedeur Sanders is good. They totally forget that he still plays for the Cleveland fucking Browns. And I know I sound biased, but Browns fans might agree too. So 3rd and 4. Purdy drops back to pass. He's brought down by Myles Garrett. Immediately untouched. Brought down immediately by Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett just swam move around Trent Williams and was not touched. Myles Garrett now has 19 sacks on the year. Matthew Stafford is 14 for 22. And what's this? I'm going to go back and call that. Myles Garrett with the sack. Because I think some crazy shit happened. So I'm going to go back and call that real quick. It's Thomas Morstead. Lines up to punt. He gets it away. Larvadian muffs the punt. And it's recovered by the 49ers. Darrell Luter Jr. was right there. It went right through Larvadian's breadbasket. And an absolutely botched play. And the Browns continue to Browns. He just straight up dropped it. What an absolutely brutal sequence of events for the Cleveland Browns. And it'll be 1st and 10. Ball way too close to the end zone for comfort. Ball on the 18-yard line. Purdy drops back to pass. He's rolling to his right. Just throws it out of bounds. Incomplete. So it'll be 2nd and 10. As McCaffrey gets about 4 yards on the play, it'll be 3rd and 6 with 13:03 remaining. He ran to the right, got missed, avoided a Myles Garrett tackle, but it'll be 3rd and 6. Ball on the 13-yard line. 12:41 remaining. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Lucian, thank you for keeping me entertained here in the chat. As Purdy takes the snap, but the 49ers call a timeout. God, Larvadian is just, he has to be just standing on the sideline going, what the fuck? God, what a terrible sequence of events for Cleveland. Lane Kiffin has accepted the head coaching job at LSU. Good Lord. George Kittle in motion. Purdy drops back to pass, checks it down to Christian McCaffrey. It's complete. He's going to get the first, and he's tripped up, or that would have been 6, but 1st down, San Francisco 49ers. I'm going to put that in the group chat. As Shelby Harris is kneeling down. I'm going to tweet that real quick. That's just a brutal way to go about it for the Cleveland Browns. Just, yeah, I think Florida got Tulane's coach. Larvidane. Gage Larvadian. Gage Larvidane. There we go. That's just a brutal way to go about it. '49ers are having a great day on special teams. Who is the guy that Daryl Luter? There we go. Found that one. Yep, didn't mean for that to happen. But again, I really think people are forgetting that Shedeur Sanders could be ruined by the Browns. People are going to blame Shedeur. Fuck. That just, man, that sucks for the Browns. It's just, man, that's a brutal way to go about it. So we are back in action here. God, I want Burger King now. It is 1st and goal. Ball on the 5-yard line. Purdy under center. He hands it off to Christian McCaffrey, who gets swarmed in the backfield for a 3-yard loss. 11:48 remaining. Yeah, it's. People said he was I was reading something this morning. It's like he was like immature because like Max Brosmer was starting today as Pearsall goes in motion. Purdy takes the snap. He's looking. He's being pressured. He's scrambling to his left. He's trying to find a way to pass. He fires it out of bounds. But J.J. McCarthy's development has been going. Yeah, it's because the take I've had the whole time is like people said that Jim Harbaugh was waiting to unleash McCaffrey. Like he was waiting, he was waiting to unleash McCarthy. I was like, the whole time? So JJ McCarthy is just like, he's just not been that good. Like Justin Jefferson looks he looked despondent walking off the field last week. Like he just like sadly fist bumped a camera guy. It was not good. Pearsall in motion. Purdy drops back to pass. Fires to the end zone. Caught! Jawan Jennings touchdown. And the 49ers have scored once again. Excellent play. And the muffed punt proves absolutely brutal. And folks, Teddy McMillan has scored. Bryce Young with a 43-yard pass to Teddy McMillan. (23-8). The 49ers are going for 2. Purdy drops back, fires it to the right, broken up on the play in the direction of Jawan Jennings, incomplete. And the 2-point conversion attempt has failed. God, did I need that Shedeur McMillan touchdown. That's one catch on the day. One catch for 43 yards and a touchdown. Brian Thomas sucks. 2 catches for 28 yards. A brutal sequence of events. Who scored for the Texans? Nico Collins with a rush. Man, my FanDuel team's got to be doing pretty well right now. Yes, sir, it is. All right. So, extra scores in this game, or in this super sweet afternoon slate. Falcons and Jets are tied at 17 apiece. Panthers and Rams. Panthers are up 31-28. Panthers are up 31-28 on the Rams. Bucks up 20-10 on the Cardinals. Dolphins up 16-8 on the New Orleans Saints. God, what an afternoon. It's been a good one, folks. If you're a Browns fan, you cannot be thrilled. But for reasons aside from Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur's looked all right. 10 for 16 for 108 yards. They have leaned on the run game. Quinshon Judkins has 20 rushes for 65 yards. Marvin Harrison Jr. is questionable. Looks like he is down, which means Michael Wilson to the moon, as Malachi Corley receives the kickoff, runs to about the 32-yard line. Excellent play. So, Shedeur Sanders is back on the field. 23-8. Oh, inject this tutty into my veins. Oh, blown coverage. We love Shedeur McMillan. All right, 1st and 10. Ball on the 32-yard line. Shedeur Sanders under center. Quinshon Judkins in the backfield. Shovels it to the left to Judkins. Gets about 6 or 7 on the play. Runs out of bounds. 2nd and 4 on the 38-yard line. 10:48 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Thank you guys for tuning in. 8 viewers. Not bad. I'll take it. Brock Purdy so far 15 for 26, 155 yards and 2 touchdowns, while Shedeur Sanders is 10 for 16 for 108 yards and 1 touchdown. As Judkins runs to the right, gets about 3 on the play with 10:20 remaining. $10:13 to go. Scores. Dolphins got a field goal. Oh, as Judkins, 3rd and 1, runs really far, gets into 49ers territory. 9:50 remaining here in the 9:45 remaining in the game. Ran up the middle, just found a hole. Judkins with about 17 on the play, brought down by Malik Mustafa. So 1st and 10 on the 49ers, 2 on the 42-yard line. Shedeur drops back to pass. He's got all day. He's looking. He slides down in the backfield at the 46-yard line, and Shedeur is hurt. Oh, no. And all eyes are on Dillon Gabriel. Shedeur has gone down, and he is being helped off the field. And it might be Dillon Gabriel time. Shedeur has been hurt. Yeah, he just went down. That is not good. Yeah, he took a couple hard steps, just went down, and just didn't stand a chance. No matter where you stand on the Shedeur is limping on the sideline, and Dillon Gabriel has replaced Shedeur Sanders. A weird sequence of events here. 1st and 20. Dillon Gabriel drops back to pass. He fires to the right. One-handed catch by Judkins. So 2nd and 20, and Shedeur is back in the game. Dillon Gabriel came in, did what he needed to do, and Shedeur Sanders has returned to action. So, after a brief scare, Shedeur is back in the game. 2nd and 20. Shedeur drops back to pass, checks it down, it's complete to David Njoku, gets about 5 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 15. 3rd and 16. I'm always wrong on that. Yeah, you don't get a lot of lefties. 7:44 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. As Shedeur drops back to pass. He's got all day. He's looking, scrambling to his right. He fires it deep downfield. It is a weird wobbling duck and incomplete in the direction of Isaiah Bond. And that throw the ball looked awful. Like there was absolutely no spiral on the ball. Shedeur is lucky that was not picked off. And the Browns are going for it. 4th and 16, ball on the 49ers 48-yard line. And I believe the Browns are going to call a timeout. Or the 49ers have called a timeout. All right. But I have no idea what the hell that throw was. So, man, it does not look like Cleveland's going to come away with the victory here, which is unfortunate. And again, you can't blame Shedeur. Like I said, people are going to be so gung-ho about debating whether or not Shedeur is good that they're going to forget that the Browns might ruin him. It's to no fault of his own. The 48-yard line is 4th and 16. If he gets this, Black Twitter's going to come in its pants. Shedeur drops back to pass. He is sacked in the backfield. Keon White has brought him down, and Robert Saleh is grinning ear to ear. Just completely unprotected. And Keon White just ran straight at him and brought him down in the backfield. Let's see elsewhere. Trey McBride has caught a touchdown. David Sills has caught a touchdown. All right. As Purdy hands it off to Christian McCaffrey, gets about 2 on the play. Man, what a wild sequence of events. $6:55 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Ball on the Cleveland Browns 40.5-yard line. Jauan Jennings in motion. Purdy audibling. Is that a word? Purdy drops back, hands it off to McCaffrey, running to the right. Has a little bit of daylight. It's about 2 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6. At the Browns' 38-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 7 with 6:18 remaining. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. I'm fun. I make plenty of shorts. We're going to go ham this week. I'm excited. But false start on Trent Williams. Yeah. It's a crazy time. Sorry. Texting some buddies. Should I do this on a live stream? Who knows? All right, 3rd and 11. Purdy drops back to pass. He's looking. Fires over the middle. Caught. That is Jauan Jennings at the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. San Francisco 49ers. Yeah, nice play by Brock Purdy there. 1st and 10. Ball on the 30-yard line. Purdy under center. Kendrick Bourne in motion. Hands it off to McCaffrey running up the middle. Gets about 7 or 8 on the play. Gets about 7 on the play. Looks like the Browns got a field goal. Solid work. Man, Myles Garrett is the ultimate. It's what Brand says. Myles Garrett is the Bugatti in the trailer park. But it'll be 2nd and 3. Browns fans have pretty much emptied the stadium. It's the ball on the 23-yard line. 4:38 remaining in the game. 3 on the play clock. Purdy hands it off to Brian Robinson to the right. Gets about 8 or 9 on the play. 1st and 10, San Francisco 49ers. .431 remaining. And Cleveland has called its first time out of the half. So like I said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you have not subscribed yet, you're more than welcome. I'd love to have you. I'm doing a bunch of shorts. Trying to do long form every week. I'm going to try and increase my long form as time goes on. But it's we have a good time over here. So Purdy under center, hands it off to Brian Robinson. Gets about 2 on the play, brought down by a swarm of Browns. Where else are we going here? Nothing else really going on. Scores haven't really updated, which is fine. But it'll be 2nd and 9 with 4:26 remaining in the game. 49ers are winning 23-8. 4:26 remaining in the affair. So McCaffrey is pretty much not in the game anymore. It's just Brian Robinson at this point. Conserve him. What you got to do? Purdy fakes the handoff, drops back, fires it out of bounds, and it'll be 3rd and 9. The stadium is pretty much emptied out for Shedeur Sanders. In a disappointing day for the Cleveland Browns fan base. Great day for the 49ers fan base. The 49ers have just capitalized on mistakes. Like the muffed punt. The kickoff that Malachi Corley just decided to stop from going out of bounds for some fucking reason. It's Kendrick Bourne in motion. Purdy drops back to pass. He's facing some pressure. Escaping, rolling out to his left. He's looking. Fires a desperation heave to the end zone. Broken up and incomplete. It'll be 4th and 9. And Hickman made a great play, but he is slow to get up. Upset City. Looks like Panthers and Rams has gone final. Nah, not quite yet. But 4th and 9. Matt Gay lines up for the field goal. The kick is up, and it is good. So 26-8. 49ers over the Cleveland Browns. Take a time to heal. Darren Waller hasn't done shit. Devon Achan's the one having the day today. 21 rushes, 131 yards, and a touchdown. In the real show. Yeah, the Bears are good, man. They're good. Yep. 49ers kick a field goal. Yeah, it looks like the Bears have really fully taken control here. 4:09 remaining in the 4th quarter. 4:09. That's a spray. So the 49ers are on bye next week, and they got Tennessee, Indy, Chicago, and Seattle. All right. As Matt Gay kicks it away. Goes into the end zone for a touchback. 4:09 remaining in the 4th quarter. But again, if you've tuned in this whole time, you're appreciated. I've done a lot of videos and shit. I've never made a dime on any of them because we're still trying to get ourselves monetized here. It's an experience. But again, not made a dime on this shit. I'm doing this for you guys. But eventually I'd like to be monetized. So Shedeur Sanders is in shotgun. He's got Jerome Ford to his right. Cedric Tillman in motion. Shedeur drops back to pass. He checks it down. It is complete to Jerome Ford, who is spinning, trying to get some room, is not going to get it. Gets about 3 on the play. Gets about 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 6. Shedeur in shotgun. Drops back. He's looking. Fires it a little over the middle. Caught by Jerome Ford again. He'll get forward progress. Gets about 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 2, 3:27 remaining. The Browns are just running out the clock at this point. It's a 3-possession game. The Browns are 2 of 9 on 3rd down. Shedeur drops back to pass. He fires it. It's complete. Completes it to Larvadain. 1st down. Cleveland Browns. Ball's on the 44-yard line of San Francisco. Browns in a hurry-up offense. Shedeur drops back to pass. He fires over the middle, complete to Harold Fannin. Gets about 5 on the play, and they continue to run the 2-minute drill. They're not going to call a timeout. 2nd and 5. Ball on the 39-yard line. Judy to the left, Tillman to the right. Shedeur drops back to pass. Fires it to the left. Caught by Jerry Jeudy. He is going to try and get out of bounds. He does, but the clock will remain running. 2:32 remaining in the 4th quarter. Elsewhere. All right, 2:19 remaining on the 28-yard line of San Francisco. Shedeur drops back, checks it down to the right, incomplete for Larvadain. Shedeur today, 15 for 23 for 145 yards and a touchdown. 2:15 remaining here in the game. It'll be 2nd and 10. Again, if you have not subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you. Trying to build some cool shit. I'm funny as fuck. Allegedly. We'll see. Shedeur drops back to pass. He's got an empty pocket, scrambling to the right, facing heavy pressure, brought down by Keon White. Or no, I lied. It's Clelin Ferrell with his 2nd sack of the day. Shedeur brought down by Clelin Ferrell, and the writing is more or less on the wall for the Cleveland Browns. It'll be 3rd and 21. We have reached the 2-minute warning. 26-8. 49ers over the Cleveland Browns. Panthers-Rams has gone final. What an interesting sequence of events. Elsewhere, Texans and Colts. Texans up 20-16 on the Colts. Jags up 25-3 on the Titans. Cam Ward, mid. Saints and Dolphins. Dolphins are up 19-11 on, that might be a scoregami. Who knows? Jets are in the red zone. 2nd and goal, but the Falcons are up 24-17. And the Bucs are up 20-17 on the Arizona Cardinals. So again, we've reached a 2-minute warning. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We have 10 viewers. We have more viewers than Hawk Tua. Yes! We have more viewers than Hawk Tua. Oh, God, I love this. I'm fucking famous. But, hell yeah, I got my long forms coming this week. You guys are fucking awesome. And it's pretty much just been Lucian talking to me the whole time, which I appreciate. And there that goes. But, again, we've reached a 2-minute warning here in Cleveland, Ohio. But right now I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio. Let's see. Not a ton of offense outside of Rams and Panthers. Someone out in my building's having a fucking heart attack. But there's 2 minutes remaining. The Jumbotron is clearly trying to pump up the crowd, which they're doing to no avail. All right. Shedeur Sanders, 3rd and 21. Ball on the 49ers 39-yard line. Oh, and someone jumped. Is it on? I think it's going to be on Cleveland. False start on Cleveland. Oh, false start on Shedeur. Damn. So once again, it is 26-8. 49ers over the Browns. It is 3rd and 26 with the penalty. 2 minutes remaining in the game. Ball on the 49ers 44-yard line. Shedeur Sanders drops back to pass. He's looking. He's escaping pressure. He's going to throw it away. And it'll be 4th and 26, which means they're going to bring out Donovan McNabb and Freddie Mitchell. Anything else gone final? Nope. Just Panthers and Rams. Yep. Cards lost again. 4th and 26. 1:51 remaining in the affair. Shedeur drops back to pass. He's going to look to throw a bomb. He's going to try to play hero ball. He's got all day in the pocket. He's going to run for some fucking reason, and he's just going to go down at the 37-yard line. And that's just the absolute most anticlimactic way that Shedeur Sanders' first home start could have ended. The 49ers are celebrating on their sideline, and Shedeur just went down. Tyrod Taylor with a 10-yard rush. Adonai Mitchell has had a day. And the 49ers are pretty much just going to run out the clock. They brought in Mac Jones. Mac Jones hands it off to Brian Robinson. And there's going to, the Browns are going to call a timeout. It'll be 2nd and 5. And that is the Browns' final timeout of the day. Lucian, do I do bonus coverage of the Lucian, all of you guys? Should I do bonus coverage of the Texans and Colts? Should I call until the end of the game? I should. I'll be a peach. I'll do you guys a favor. We're having fun. Yes. It said bonus coverage of that game as Mac Jones hands it off to Brian Robinson, who gets about 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 1. Niners are just running out the clock at this point. 49ers have officially clinched a winning record on the season. They're going to go to 9 and 4, while Cleveland drops to 3 and 9. This is a tough day for Cleveland. I'll think about that. As Mac Jones just rushes it up the middle, gets the first down, gets about 2 yards, and that's pretty much going to do it. 49ers take home the victory. Again, people forget. People have been debating Shedeur Sanders so much that they totally forget that the Browns might ruin him. "23 seconds remaining." And that's pretty much going to do it. All right. Mac Jones takes a knee, and the 49ers have taken home the victory, 26-8. A brutal day for Shedeur Sanders. Well, a brutal day for the Browns. Shedeur was fine. I'm looking at Browns Reddit right now, and they are Not thrilled. So the final score of the affair is 26-8. 49ers rise to 9-4. The 49s are 9-4s, and the Browns are 3-9. And the Browns have clinched a losing record on the season. All right, so here we go. Bonus coverage. Texans at Colts. We've changed. So the score is 20-16. CJ Stroud so far is 22 for 35 for 276 yards and a pick. The Texans have the ball on the 31-yard line. CJ Stroud hands it off. It's 1st and 10. Gets absolutely nowhere on the play. Nick Chubb with the carry. And the Colts take their first timeout. So who's more likely to be a Steelers quarterback next year, Mac Jones or Davis Mills? Who knows? Devon Vele with a tutty. So it'll be 2nd and 9, minute 40 remaining in the game. We are calling Texans Colts now. Texans Colts. Lou Anarumo, who could be a head coach somewhere. Ball on the 32.5-yard line. CJ Stroud. Under center, Xavier Hutchinson in motion. Hands it off to Nick Chubb. Running up the middle. He's going to get the first. He fought for those yards. Great play. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Dick Bruises. That's Woody Marks, baby. For some reason, I thought Woody Marks was questionable, but I digress. So, it'll be 1st and 10 Texans. A minute 34 remaining in the game. Colts have one timeout. Daniel Jones looks absolutely despondent on the sideline. CJ Stroud under center. He's got Woody Marks in the backfield. Xavier Hutchinson in motion. Hands it off to Woody Marks. He's running up the middle. Gets about 4 on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 6. And the Colts have taken their final timeout. Wow. Okay. I feel you. Weeks 1 through 9. Texans are 0-5 in one-score games. Weeks 10 through 12 are 3-0. So, Colts are out of timeouts. 1 first down will do it. Xavier Hutchinson in motion. CJ Stroud hands it off to Woody Marks and gets about 2 on the play. And, we have a plot twist. Damn. All right, 3rd and 4, 59 seconds remaining. A lot of games have gone final. And the Texans are going to call a timeout to prevent the delay of game. We're 3 hours in, baby. What a time to be alive. All right, so 44 seconds remain in the game. Oh, wow. Matthew Stafford's still going to win MVP. He wasn't going undefeated. All right. We'll have to see on this one. So it'll be 3rd and 4, 45 seconds remaining. CJ Stroud has entered the huddle. It'll be 3rd and 4. CJ Stroud under center. Woody Marks in the backfield. Christian Kirk in motion. Hands it off to Woody Marks. He is going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage, but unfortunately for the Colts, they cannot stop the clock. And that'll do it. Yep, they can't stop the clock. That is going to do it. The Texans have taken home a victory. Their 4th consecutive 1-score win. And that's going to do it. The Texans and Colts have officially gone final. Final score, Texans 20, Colts 16. Yep. Man, Cam Ward's moving the ball, but nothing. It's a brutal way to go about it. Cardinals officially eliminated from the playoffs. Hey, we're good. We had fun. Just nothing doing. It's unfortunate, but Cardinals are a fun team. They still got frisky peeps, but we're here having a good time. Unfortunately, yeah, I gotta bounce. I got shit I gotta do. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm gonna try and find some clips for this, but that'll do it for the live stream. We had some decent viewers, but you guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Once again, the final score of the game is San Francisco 26, Cleveland Browns 8. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Y'all are awesome. Lucian, thanks for hanging the whole time. And again, my parting thought. People are going to spend so much time. Dude, you're fine. You're good. People are going to spend so much time debating whether or not Shedeur Sanders is good that they're completely going to forget that the Cleveland Browns might ruin him. But I digress. Thank you guys for tuning in. Y'all are wonderful. Have a good rest of your day and enjoy Sunday football.